Data structure using C++. Today's session we will discuss how to remove an element from a max heap. In the previous session we talked about the function uh, push. Push function was used for inserting an element onto the max heap. Today we will talk about the function pop, which is meant for deleting a element from the max heap. Now for deleting, some of the conditions which we need to remember happens to be deleting a element from a max heap happens to occur at the root point, which means if you look at this binary tree, 20 is actually the value which is maximum in this tree, and this would be occupied in the root position. This element has to be removed first. So after you remove this element, since there are altogether 11 elements present in this uh, binary tree, we have to reconstruct this binary tree in such a way that it forms a complete binary tree, and also we have to reconstruct this binary tree with 10 elements, because if we delete 11 from 11 elements, one element if it's removed, so altogether the binary tree will be having 10 elements. And for binary tree with 10 elements, which node we need to delete, we need to figure out, which means when we look at this binary tree, this is the last node. This node has to be removed, and its element should be stored temporarily. It should be stored in a variable. Then we need to look at for this particular element which is actually the best position. So you have two things to do here. Once you remove 20 element, the best element which should be replaced at this position we need to find. At the same time, when we remove this element from the binary tree, this element 8, where it has to go, where it has to reach, which is its position, that we need to define or figure out. Okay, so that's the things we need to remember first. Now let's look at how this works for this binary tree, the program, how it works. So here the basic step is, once you delete this element 20, so in this case you can figure out, first step what we need to do is check the child of this node, parent root node. So you have two children's, left children, left and right. So left child is having maximum value, so you can replace this with this. So root element will occupy this position, so here you get a empty space. So this has to be replaced by the best element from its children's. So this children, when you look at, so you have 6 and 9, so definitely we can come to a conclusion that 9 has to be the best value. 9 is actually the correct value, which will be replaced by this position. When you're replacing 9 over here, 9 is already removed, then again the child of this 9, you have 2, but one is already removed from the list, only 7 you have, and 7 and 6, 7 and 8 is actually the element, the last element which is there. So 9 goes to this position. After that, for this position, you have to compare, is it 7 greater than 8 or not. Definitely 7 is not greater than 8, so 8 is actually the element which you can push it here. Otherwise again you may have to make adjustments. Now let us discuss the program wise, how exactly you remove an element, how you reconstruct the complete binary tree with the one element less than the given, and finally how would you get the element which is a max heap finally. Okay, so this is your program for pop. So pop is meant for removing a element. Now as addressed, for this binary tree you have altogether 11 elements, so you can just mark the node number. This is 1, node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5, node 6, node 7, node 8, node 9, node 10, and node 11. So now the heap size is 11. So first the last node has to be deleted. So this element has to be destroyed. So in that case, the structure will be changed, and still it becomes a complete binary tree. So complete binary tree is one of the rule which we need to follow to ensure that this is a max heap. Okay, so max heap condition should not be violated again. So maximum element should go to this position. So first let's see how this program works. So first we name of the function is swap. So first we check whether the heap is empty or not. Right now, since we have 11 elements, so at any cost this will not be invoked. So heap size is not exactly equal to 0, it is having 11 element. So in this case this will not be worked upon. Then you come to this line, delete the maximum element. To delete the maximum element we use heap of 1. So what is there in heap of 1? Heap of 1, the correct right now the value is 20. So 20 has to be deleted. The element we are deleting, but not the node. So element present in the node has to be deleted. For doing that we use heap 1 and we call the destructor function for the data type t. T is an integer now. So this will be destroying just the element goes, and the scenario now looks like this. This will be the structure after after executing this line. Now we need to identify the last element for this binary tree. So when you observe this binary tree, the last element is this 8. So this node has to be eliminated. Discard this node and store this 8, then compare which is actually the best position for 8 to go and get replaced with. Okay, so we find last element. Let's look what does this do. So now we find t is equal to last element. So t is integer now. Last element is equal to heap of size minus minus. Now heap size is 11, so this does heap of 11 itself you are going to get, then heap size will be decremented. Now heap of 11, at heap of 11 you have a value 8, so 8 will be put onto the variable last element. So last element value is 8 now. Okay, and heap size minus minus you do after executing this instruction. When you reach this position, the heap size becomes 10. Fine, so heap size is 10 now. Earlier it was 11 because we use post decrement. So here you have at this position, when you reach this position, now heap size is equal to 10. Now first start from the root node. So first we define current node is equal to 1. So this is the position, this is your 1. Okay, and let's look at this as the structure. This is your position 1, and now take its children. So the child of this, the position of left subtree we will consider, which is at position 2. So this is 1 position, this is 2 position, this element is destroyed. Okay, now last element is 8. Now we perform this while child less than or equal to heap size. Now the value of child is 2 and it is definitely less than heap size. Heap size value is 10. So you go in and try whether this condition is true or false. So first, this what it does is it compares the left subtree. It will check whether the child is in the boundary. Child definitely is in the boundary, and also it compares the left child and right child value. Which one among this is greater? Okay, that is for replacing you're using. So in this situation, we observe that the left child is having a value greater than the right child. Left child value is 15 and right child value is 7. So you execute, when this is executed, this becomes false, because this is to be executed only if left child is having a value less than the right child. Now left child is having value greater than right child, so this will not be executed. Child is not incremented, so same child we need to follow, that is the child is at position 2 itself. Left child is a one which we need to concentrate on. Okay, then we look at this condition. So here we do this. If last element, what is the value of last element? Last element value is 8, and we check whether it is greater than or equal to heap of child. Now the value of child is 2. Here you are in heap child is 2, and heap of 2 is gonna give you the value, heap of 2 is going to give you the value 15. Okay, heap of 2 is going to give you the value 15, and that is higher, that value is greater than the last element. So last element is not greater, whereas heap of child is greater, so this instruction will not be executed. Then it goes to this line, so this has to be executed. If this is false, this is false, so this will be executed. So what does this do? So heap of current node, so current node was actually your parent node, the first node. At that position place the value of child. Okay, so what does this do? Heap of 2, because child is made 2, so heap of 2 content will be placed on heap of 1 and current node will be changed. Is that okay? Which means heap of 1 you're going to get now at this location we're going to get 15. So 15 will be placed. Okay, so 15 will be placed and okay, fine. 15 will be placed and uh, we will be using last element. Where were we? Yeah, here we were. So current node is equal to child. So current node is 2 now and child becomes 4. So just to ensure current node becomes 2 and child is 4. Okay, so one modification has happened. So this is the structure now. This is how it looks. 15 is replaced here. Now this space is empty. This space is empty and 8 is already removed. The last element was removed. Now heap size is also decremented. So only 10 elements you're having. Okay. Then after this again you enter the after this process you enter the while loop again. So you are inside the while loop. Now the value of current node is 2 and the value of child is 4. Now again we check this condition. Is child less than or equal to heap size? So child value is 4 and heap size is equal to 10. So it is less. So you have to execute this set of lines. Now you check whether the child is less than heap size. True it is the left child or the right child is varying. Among this, which one is having is the right child. So when we observe this scenario, once the 15 goes to this position, at this point, the this is actually the fourth node and this is your fifth node. So right child is having a value higher, correct? So we need to concentrate on this area. So 9 is actually the value of right child. So child should be incremented in this case, right? So heap of 4 is less than heap of 5. So increment child. So child becomes 5. Child becomes 5. Then we check this condition. If last element is it greater than or equal to heap of child. So now the value of last element is equal to 8 itself. It remains 8 and it is not greater or it is neither equal to it is lower, so this will not be executed. So we execute this heap of current node. So what is the current node value? Current node value is 2. At that place the value of heap of child. So at the current node, which is this scene, sorry, heap of at this position, place 9. Okay, when you replace 9 reaches this position. Now this region is empty. So here 9 was there. This has to be replaced by what we need to figure out. Is it actually the last element or is it actually the 7 value? According to the method, 8 should reach this position. Let's see how 8 gets this position finally. Now after this iteration, child, that is 2 position, the fifth element gets replaced. Fifth element 9 we had, that goes to this position. Okay, now let's look what happens after this. Once we place the data, then we make child current node is equal to child. So current node becomes now 5. Concentrate on fifth node and child becomes 10. Okay, so current node is equal to 5. You are at this point now. You are at this point. You are at this point and its child is having a value 10. So fifth node and 10th node. Okay, then let's look what happens now. You go back here again, check the condition. Child value now it is 10 and heap size is also 10. So both are matching, so it again enters the loop. Now first we check whether the child is less than heap size. Now the condition is equal to child value is 10, heap size is also 10, so this will not be executed. Okay, then we check this. If last element is it greater than heap of child. Now when you look at this condition, last element value is 8 and heap of child value is having a value 7, correct? So heap of value is 7, so which means this is true. This is true. So you have 8 and here you have 7. So break the loop. When you break the loop, this loop is going to break the outer while loop. The while loop will be broken and it is going to execute this instruction. So what basically it does, heap of current node. What is the current node position? Current node position right now is 5. At the position 5, place the last element. So the last element which gets stuck will be 8. So after this, the program terminates. So now finally you can figure out that at the last instance, this is actually the position, current node position, which is equal to 5, where 8 gets replaced with. Hope this makes sense. Okay, time being, we will wind up the session for the time being. The next program is for heapification. We will observe how to initialize the heapification process.